So if you have the product, if you have the business, if you have the people supporting you, there's nothing nobody can do about that. Plain and simple. Business is universal, and they want to stop the business. Creating these emotions and feelings of hating on your own people and not wanting support, no matter what it is, including people that's trying to help you out, is the agenda that we just bought in hook, line, and sinker, just like we did with religion and everything else. Hence, we are where we are because of it. Plain and simple. So people hate. So, I try to talk about stuff that I go through. I talked about the whole IRS thing and them basically shut my shit down. And 600,000 in about a week. You had people that was mad at me for that. I'm like, how you mad at me because I make 600,000? What are you mad for? You should be happy, because this is going to go in some way towards our future, helping us out. So even if I look at it in the sense that if I can make 20, 30, 50, however many people bought personal economics, if I can make all them millionaires, are you kidding me? What that do for us as a people? And so many people is doing well from that series. If I can put something out that's going to make a bunch of black people entrepreneurs and succeed and be successful, that's great. That means everything to me. So again, when I see people sending me the emails and talking about them coming up, I'm happy. No hating my bones for what they've done or how much money they made. So people who got these emotions and feelings and don't want to support and want to keep pushing this whole hate, when it comes to their own people and the progress that we have economically, it's ridiculous. So we already have that uphill battle to deal with our own people, let alone putting somebody in power, throwing money at them to the point where we're okay with what he does. It's not gonna happen with Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson. They got a lot of support from black people only to turn on us. Heard a lot of those stories, by the way. We're gonna get into that at some point. A lot of black folks supported them, and here we are. Now people done caught on now, which is why we don't see them as much as we used to. But we have notoriously supported the wrong people because they were in the position of mainstream. We're still doing that today with these movie stars, these entertainers. We're still doing that, and it's crazy. The entrepreneur, the black person that's fighting hard and really, hoping that black people will support them. They getting shade, they getting talked about, criticized at every single turn. And you have this excuse, oh, we only hard on black people because we black and we got to look good and we demand excellence as black people. Man, that's bullshit. Because you don't demand it from the white folks, and they got way more stores than we do, way more businesses than we do, and you say nothing. So yeah, again, we're voting. Yes, people say we should vote on a local level. Shouldn't we vote on a local level? What about the local level? We've been voting on the local level. What has changed? Come on, man. And people really think that they sound intelligent when they say stuff like this. It's stupid. Look at the history. We've been voting on the local level, but as I said before, do you honestly believe, even if we put somebody in at the local level, that he is going to be allowed to do something to change the black community that these people has worked so hard to keep you in? We're still there. We still think it's cool. Some people don't ever want to leave, and they think it's a problem if you do leave. It's a trap, plain and simple. And with everything going on, the fact that I'm still seeing, black folks kill black folks, tell you something how lost we is. Just had a friend, killed not too long ago, shot 11 times in his car. He's somebody that I never thought that would happen to where it happened at, because he's like kind of a big deal around there. Dead and gone for what? 11 times. It's crazy. It's crazy to still see, after everything we've been seeing, us do this to each other. So we got a lot of stuff to overcome before we even deal with other problems. This sickness with the, this culture. Kill somebody for looking at you funny, all that stupid shit. We got to deal with all that still. The fact that people would rather support the people that's destroying them rather than the people that's trying to uplift them and help them. We still got a lot to deal with before we think about a politician. Even if he got his foot in the door, it's so much, internal stuff that we have to deal with as a people before we can even accept them. Because it's going to be criticism when they get in anyway. What are you doing with this money? What's going to happen with that money? How come this ain't happening? How come y'all ain't fixing this? And come on, the local level. It's not a person that can do anything. But again, you had Obama. And we're never going to forget that shit. Black man, highest seat in the world, supposedly. Nothing. Not even when we was being killed. That should tell you something. When we were at the most scared point that we've been in a long time, to where niggas was afraid to get in a car and drive. You drive by a cop door and you was shook daddy. Because it's like, damn, is this cop racist? Is he going to kill me? During this time when we was in crazy fear, we got a black man in the White House. Nothing. As soon as a white person go and commit another terrorist act, they want to take guns. Nothing when black people getting killed by cops. Nobody want to change the use of deadly force for these cops and change the laws and upgrade them. But as soon as some white folks get killed in some terrorist attack by another white person, take away the guns. Y'all gotta look at this stuff. I mean, it's not rocket science. Shit is easy. It's a game. A lot of people getting caught up in it. A lot of people jumping in and out of consciousness and understanding what's taking place versus entertainment. You know, you're dealing with the entertainment part of it, not really seeing, you know, the truth, what's really taking place. As I said, you know, we got to deal with both sides of the coin. White folks only got to deal with one. They get to enjoy the hip hop music, but not really be affected by it. You know, we can enjoy it, but we're also being destroyed by it. Plain and simple. So it's a lot we got to look at, a lot we got to deal with. And I try, you know, with everything that I'm doing personally, to keep the videos going, keep putting out information, you know, try to get it to a point to where I think I put out enough for the month. But as always, you know, questions and things that I haven't touched on, and a lot of stuff I still want to talk about. But I try to get out as much information as possible. And I appreciate the support from the many people that have supported, you know, contrary to all the haters out there. The support has been more than ever, you know. A lot of new subscribers, over 62,000 now, which is good, considering I never thought I'd get that much. But the information is good, and that's one of the things I can stand behind, is what I put out, and the fact that I know you're not going to find it too many places, because one, a lot of people just don't think along these lines that we think of. Right when I thought it was only me, you know, I get the emails from people and I see that, you know, a lot of us do think alike, and it keeps me going. It keeps me putting out this type of information. But and as I said, I can't answer all the questions, but the emails I do read, I do take into consideration. But voting, you know, again, like we just forget that we've been through this before, last year and the year before that, and it seems like every year every time when it's, you know, election time or presidency is getting ready to come into effect, black folks just forget about the years before. Like, what the fuck? Like, what just happened? You know, we got tricked when Obama came, and people were like, oh, wait a minute, let me see what this is. Because from what I know, ain't no way in the hell these white folks gonna let this black man in the White House. So when he got in, you know, this is why people was emotional, because they thought, damn, maybe everything that I thought was some bullshit. Maybe we actually do have a shot. Maybe I was wrong about everything and I'm really just a conspiracy theorist. Now we got a black man in here. No way this brother is not going to stick up for us and put us where we need to be. But you was wrong. You was mistaken. It's bullshit. And the reason why Obama didn't do nothing for black folks is because black folks wasn't the ones that put him in power. Contrary to what you believe about the voting numbers and all that, that shit don't make no sense. It's bullshit. The Jews put him in power. It's just that simple. Anybody who follows Obama knows he's Wall Street and that the Jews were backing him. Plain and simple. The reason why he didn't do shit for you, because you didn't do shit for him, and you wasn't the money and the power that put him in that position. It was the Jews. Plain and simple. And these were Jewish interests. Same people that's running everything. To me, it's not about doing something that's going to be within the confines of this system. It's doing something outside of it. Especially when you look at the fact that we have trillion dollar buying power. You know, we can make our voice heard business wise. we can do things business wise. The reason why these other countries do what they do is business. Plain and simple. You put money in their pockets. It's business. We can't even speak economically. We are poor, economically. So we have to have aid provided to us. And the people who's providing that aid has become our mouthpiece. Plain and simple. So you're working for those people. They're giving you welfare. You have no economic structure of your own to do anything for them or reciprocate. So it's like, whatever. I give you what I can get away from me. And that's where we at. That's where we at. So we're not nowhere near up there. These people had hundreds of years on us. And we had a chance, but the culture destroying us. And now they're smarter and they're making sure the people that do get these corporations and companies that got a piece of it, or they're controlling it in some way, shape, or form. The way forward is economics. Can't say that enough. It's not just a popular thing that black folks are saying it's conscious. It's the truth. It's fucking economics. It's just that simple. It's common sense. Like, what's wrong with y'all? This country is not here. This country does not exist to take care of poor niggas. Plain and simple. We just gonna put a black person in power and he gonna rise black people up and lead us to the promised land. You think they gonna let that shit happen? This country caters to the corporation. Plain and simple. It's fascist. Companies can buy position, power. They don't care about your poor black ass. Plain and simple. It caters to the corporation. So if you're not a corporation or a company that got money and power, you can't do anything. We got no influence. Plain and simple. We don't got that. So, even skip all the Illuminati bullshit and all that stuff. Skip all that. And just look at it from strictly a power economic standpoint, to where no matter what secret society or no matter what they can do, when you got the money, when you got the power, the influence of people, that's what they want. That's what it's about. So, one, we running everything already. As I talk about, consciously. Everybody follows us. Everybody is making money off of us but us. And that's what it is. So it's almost like, damn, we got to keep on, keeping the scam going before these black people figure out that we scamming them. And that's what it's about. 24/7, keeping the scam on the black people going. That's what everybody's doing. Keeping the scam going. Everybody's eating off of us but us. Keep that scam going. Keep blinding them with entertainment. Keep blinding them with basketball and rap, stupid TV shows, so they never figure out that we eating off of these people. I mean, that's what it is. That's what they're doing. We got our back turned and we worry about so much stupid shit. Everybody's making money off of us but us. When somebody want to try to be a boss and do something, they don't get the support. So, again, economics. Talk to them fucking blue. It's economics. And until we understand that, we're not going to get nowhere. Plain and simple. I don't understand how any other way to put it. We're not just going to vote somebody into power that's going to do something for us economically. We're too far behind, man. It's crazy. People don't understand this. We so far back. And it kills me when I hear people say they don't support black business, because it's like, damn, when we get somebody, a brother, sister, who figured a way to climb out of that situation to try to, help towards the goal, that's why they call it crabs in the barrel. Pull you right back. I ain't never seen so much hate in my life as I seen when it comes to black people, black entrepreneurs, trying to do business with other black people. That shit is nasty. It's crazy. And something that we gotta stop. And it gotta get dealt with. And we gotta understand that, those, whatever you feeling, whatever that is, was created for you to feel it. For you to have that moment of whatever it is that you feel when a black person trying to sell something. Whatever the fuck that is. It's the craziest hate situation. It's like, what's going on? So one of the things I always try to do when I see black people, not everybody can do this. And as I said before, I realize not everybody can afford $40 and $29.99 for the video. But what I have done is I have sales all the time. to where you can get all the videos for $89.99, or all of the videos. You can get them all. I've done that. I've done those sales. So for the people who complain about price, I've done those sales. I still do those sales. And do they support? Do they buy it? So it's not about price. It's about the hate. It's about black people not seeing another black person's worth on the same par as white folks. That's what it is. Black people selling it, it's not as legit as white folks. I'm not going to make this important, as I make white people selling shit important, So when people see stuff to them, it's like, it's black person selling it, so what? Nothing to get excited about. This is how people feel. And it's crazy to me. It's like, damn, all that. What am I doing wrong? Just selling something. Just like every other race, everybody else is doing. It's crazy. But as I said, not everybody can afford to support and afford to do things. But whenever I see a black entrepreneur doing something, I try to make sure I support and I buy something. If I see it, if I can get it, I get it. Just because I want to support that black person. Especially when I see a lot of festivals I go to and I see black vendors, I always go to the black vendors, and try to buy from them, before I go anywhere else. I'm doing business right now with a lot of black folks, a lot of black entrepreneurs I'm doing business with in so many different ways. And it was one of the things that I'm implementing into the website that I'm still working on, by the way, to get all these people in the same umbrella and to get all these resources, that's black resources, to black folks, so we can support our own one, but we can have these resources away from everything else. That way, the majority of the black, money is going into the hands of black people. Plain and simple. And that's important to me. Because until we do that, it's game over. Forget everything you're talking about. Forget your spooky god or what have you. We are done without this. So, to answer the questions of people, because we touched on this before, people wondering about voting and everything. A lot of people jumped on the bandwagon because you had celebrities popping all over Instagram and popping all over the place talking about voting and celebrities coming out saying vote and everything like that. Come on. And people just jumping on that bandwagon, taking pictures for the gram. They're going down to the voting booth to take a picture for the gram and to get a fucking button or sticker. That's what it was about. People getting gram pictures and getting buttons and stickers for the gram so they can take a picture. I voted. Come on. This is what it has become. It's bullshit. It's not going to do nothing. And we already know it because we did it before and it done nothing. There's nothing really to argue about here. For real. It's bullshit. My personal economics series was to give people the opportunity to be where I'm at or to be better than where I'm at. And that's what it's about for me. As many black folks as possible to get this stuff out here. And it was simple, basic stuff that you can do now, stuff that you can do in a year. Had that whole 2-year, 1-year plan to where you can just really put yourself in a really good position. And people have done it already, less than a year. People have done it and are doing it or are on the right path to do so. Not everybody's going to be able to go far fast, but I made the series so you can basically start from just having a regular job and really no money to being somewhere, depending on how hard you're willing to work and what you're willing to sacrifice, which is going to be the key. What you're willing to sacrifice. So it's up to people to really understand how important it is to be your own boss, to be an entrepreneur down the road, if you can't do it right now. So this is what it's going to be. It's not going to be voting somebody in. It's going to be black economics. Period, point blank. Many videos I talked about this before. I got into this subject before. But it's important, especially since for some reason people are still on the subject. But it's important. And you're going to see the haters. You're going to see the people who don't want to support you. You're going to see the people that's going to criticize every little thing that you do, any problems you may have, and the fact that you, even though it is your business and you own it, you can't control every single facet. It's going to be things that's going to be outside of your control. Shipping problems and employee problems and, what have you. So you're going to have people come at you and you only can do what you can do. It is what it is. But, don't let nothing deter you from moving forward. But I really appreciate the support from everybody, and you know, definitely going to keep doing what I do, and you'll see a lot more from me, of course. But I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch, and thanks to everybody who's been supporting, and I'll see you guys next video.